What's going on, everybody? Dave here, and I thought I'd do an overview of the MRN Modz. This is the Revolution box, but this is a custom done for the Vaporized Nomads group, where 50 were done. I believe a few are still available on vaporizednomads.com. This one is actually specially done for me. It's my own custom number and my last name on here. So, but I wanted to do a video of an overview and then also how to polish up your box. This one still needs some work. I just, I've just done the back panel, but this is how it ends up looking coming. And it has a satin finish, which is really nice, but I like shiny. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. I'm probably going to have sections in here which are just sped up. And then we'll just go from there. But let me just show you what makes up this box. So you have the back panel here. It is tongue and groove. I have had no issues with rattle of it coming loose. Even when it's in my hand, when I'm holding it, the door doesn't want to come off. You can see that, but if you pop it, it will. It's all about how you end up doing it. The machining on here is excellent. That I did myself because I was doing some testing on there, so pay no mind to that. I'll actually buff that off later. You do get 2 magnets on this side and 2 magnets here on the door, and that's what actually keeps it closed. On the bottom, on the standard, you get 2 copper screw pins which hold in your batteries. Of course, I've already taken out the batteries. Here they are. And this is pretty much exactly how I got it out of the bubble wrap when I received it. What was it? Day before yesterday. So so I haven't even cleaned it. I haven't even run any Tarnex over it or anything like that, and it still works excellent. Now you have this Delrin piece up here. You have your positive connections. Up here you have your 510. And one thing you will want to remember, screwing this in and out, it goes a little bit differently than what as an American you're used to. Instead of positive tightening down or clockwise is actually going to unscrew that. Here is your 510 pin, which is adjustable. You just screw it up and down. It's not a floating. I recommend taking that out. Some people screw it down all the way. I just prefer to unscrew it out, and that just slides out easily. So again, your positive connections, which are copper. Then you have your switch piece in here again, which is copper. And let me grab my toothless pliers. That slides out like so. So the design of this is very very good. I may do a little tweaking on here just to give a little more resistance to the hit. Now this down here is going to be your connection when that plate hits down on here. That's going to complete your connection. And this is adjustable. You can adjust it up and down. You just want to be cautious with that, how much you do. For your switch, it's right there. You just push, it'll pop right up. This is adjustable. This is brass. Then you have just your spring in there. Now I'll give you guys a secret. I have a company that I use for building models, and it's called K&J Magnetics. I'm going to get some calipers, do some measurements on here, but you can get the round magnets for cheap, and replace the spring in here if you choose to with a magnet like they have for the cherry bombers. So I'm going to check into that only if this spring starts to give out or get too soft. But I'm actually going to check into that this weekend. I have discount codes which I will try and post down below for you guys if I remember to do so. If not, if I don't, someone leave a comment down below and I will pull it from my email. And then this is, I am assuming it's stainless steel connection in here for your 510 to screw it into. It doesn't appear to move or anything, which is a good thing. I wouldn't want that coming loose. But there is your box. You can throw it in whatever clean solution you want, and go from there. Now the supplies that I will be using, I have a couple of these laying around. These are actually just nail files. These are probably about, I want to say 400 grit. One has been used a lot, so of course as you use these they wear down. So I'll switch from one to the other. So this is what I'll end up using to start off with, to make sure that everything is planed out and level. Yes, you could use a wheel grinder and just knock this out in like 2 minutes. But if it's a custom box and it's something that you care about, wouldn't really want to, you know, just take the time and care into it. It means more. Plus, when you use a wheel, I've found that it can cause, especially with the aluminum boxes, it can cause aberration, things like that. If you hold it in one spot too much, it can heat up and cause basically like this effect on there, where it kind of mars and pits the aluminum. So we don't want to do that. Other supplies I'll be using, I got a pack. It was a 12 by 12 section. This is 3M micron sandpaper. It is cloth, and it starts out, this is about, if I remember, they do it in microns, but I want to say this is about a 600, working your way all the way up to a 5,000 up here. So we will be using these. So that's about it. I'm going to cut for right now, get everything all laid out, and then we'll start from there. Alright, so what we're going to do, I have a little container of water sitting over here on the side, and that's for our wet sanding process. But I'm just going to start off with, if you guys can see, you can see the machining marks going this way. Well, what I'm going to want to do is to start knocking those down, but I'm going to be going the opposite direction with them. So I'm going to do this dry at first, and the reason I'm doing that is so that I can see if there's any divots or anything. I'm not using a lot of pressure right now. And yes, this is going to get messy. So it looks like other than on the edges, it's pretty much flat. So what you want to try and achieve is an even coating, and you're wanting to do this until when you hold it, at least for me, hold it this way, so when I look down here I'm not seeing the lines of the machining plane going this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut once I'm done with this process, then we'll come back and move on to the next. Alright, so after we've gone over it with our sanding sticks, or what I use for the sanding sticks, you can see the finish on here. It went from any aberrations or anything like that going this way to now they're this way. So I've pretty much completely knocked those out. I knocked off the machine marks that were right here over on this side, and of course the camera is going to pick up little swipes and things like that, but I've gone over the whole box. So next up, what we're going to end up doing is I'm going to use the green out of the 5-pack or 6-pack, however many there are, and I'm going to go over with that. What I will do, and I will save you guys the effort of seeing through all that, on these three, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go this way on here in long sweeping motions. Once I get down to these, then I will start doing more of circles with the pattern to try and bring out any imperfections, any lines, anything like that. So I'm going to cut for right now because you guys don't want to sit and watch me polish this for half hour. Alright guys, so here we are with the final outcome. She's not perfect. I will end up polishing her more over time to get out any little scratches, because she'll end up picking up. But I'm going to run her through the ultrasonic. As you can see, nice and shiny. Run it through the ultrasonic just to get any debris and stuff out of the engravings. Get all the parts cleaned up, gear put back together, and then I will do a full review on it. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it was informative for somebody. You know, I know I see a lot of people, you know, working on like their cherry bombers, things like that, trying to get perfect finish on there, and it can be achieved. It just takes some elbow grease, some time, and damn, I forgot how heavy this is compared to this. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys all in the next video. Peace out.